auras, like I say, are like a kind of like bright worms, squiggly lines, that are my vision. Some people, I guess, refer to them as floaters. I didn't know that until recently. Um, I do see flashings of light. I do get like a speech delay or a slurred speech when I'm going through this. My ears ring a lot, very, very often. And sometimes it rings to a point where I can't understand the person in front of me because it rings really loud, almost like a siren. My hearing fluctuates in both ears. My left ear has always been my worst ear, and my right ear has always been my better ear. My right ear fluctuates a lot, and when it does, sometimes I don't always understand anything, especially if that's happening. I do get like the normal migraine where you have like a pulsating or a throbbing pain on one or both sides of your head. I do get that. Majority of mine are over my sinus cavities. I do have an extreme sensitivity to light. Any bright lights, they tend to hurt my eyes. I do have an extreme sensitivity to sound. Loud sounds hurt my ears, especially like my dog barking or even a siren. And I've even experienced where I've heard a siren and I went into like an instant vertigo spell. Certain smells, make me nauseous and can give me a headache and make me feel, some of these symptoms also. I have imbalancement problems from it. Some of the things that I've experienced is my legs, they cramp up and they spasm, and my like abdominal area cramps and spasms, trying to keep my, core walking. And they do get intense sometimes. I experience like a lightheadedness, extreme fatigue. I've even experienced like the sensation in like the back of your head where, I don't know, it's a weird sensation, like a crawling sensation in the back of your head. I do get intense vertigo, so that also makes it, where you experience like the nausea and the vomiting from it. I have like a cognitive delay most of the time when I'm trying to, especially if someone's trying to ask me something and I'm in the middle of like trying to walk and trying to balance, and it's just like a sensory overload, I guess is what they would say. I do have like a delayed speech and it delayed in thinking. Like I can understand what I need to say, I just can't always get it to come out. I do get dizziness and vertigo triggered by like fast moving objects. Certain screens, if I'm looking at a computer screen and they got something like spinning, I typically put my hand over it so I can't see it. But yeah, I do experience that, like especially fast moving objects, and especially things that go from right to left. I've noticed that. Just something about the way that it goes across my right eye, it does not like. Area fullness, I have experienced that. If you don't know what that is, it's where you feel like your ear is like stopped up or stuffed up. Even like a pressure, if you've ever experienced an ear infection, you can kind of relate with that pressure that you would feel. That's kind of what it feels like. I do get that in both ears on occasion. Sometimes, it lasts for a little while, and sometimes it's gone within a few minutes. It just depends on that particular, episode that I'm going through. But it does feel like, like your eardrum might rupture, but I do have what's called T-tubes in both ears, or, tubes in both ears, so mine, they can't rupture, so I don't have to worry about that part. My head, when I first started going through this, my head would bobble a lot, and I didn't know, not everybody that was around me saw it, but I could feel it, and it wasn't until it, became kind of intense that people started seeing it when I was trying to explain it to them. You do feel like sometimes, or at least I feel like sometimes I'm walking in a boat, and the boat's kind of rocking, and my body's always trying to find like, your balance. And anybody that's been in a boat, kind of, you kind of get that, like the seasickness and the motion. Your legs are trying to find where to put because of the way the water is. But those are just some of the things that I've experienced, and not everybody that has vestibular migraines experiences the same thing. That we don't all have the same symptoms. So if you have vestibular migraines or a vestibular disorder, go ahead and comment down below. Tell me some of your tricks and tips that may be able to help me or others who are experiencing the same thing. Thank you. That's all for now, and I'll see you in my next video.